Yesterday I didn't check. So this morning we're going to check. Let's see. Let's see. Make sure we're running clean. Yep, we're good. Okay. Let's do this. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. My name's Ryan. I get mostly books at thrift stores, yard sales, garage sales, and similar places. Try to flip them for a few extra bucks online. Had five sales today. One canceled. I had 6 sales and one canceled. Well, 5 sales yesterday. We're going to go over those because that's a pretty good sale day for me. And one was a really good flip. And so we'll go over that. I don't think I had anything yesterday. Yeah, I didn't get. I got back. I got back and go over. We'll go over the bag. I got a handful of these I need to flip still. Rush Limbaugh's Rush Revere series. These sell pretty good to, I know homeschoolers like them. And I think there's 3. I know there's 3 of them. I don't know if there's any more than that. These are actually well-made books. They're heavy, good binding, good cover. Just well-done books. So, Rush Revere books. I'll probably actually put these on Facebook to get those flipped. Ooh, next up. This is a curious one. Because I wasn't finding it having any U.S. sales. And the prices were weird. Pink Floyd Pulse DVD. No, I'm not a Pink Floyd guy. Not really have been. I don't do enough drugs. But I know to grab his stuff sometimes when I see it. Grab their stuff. So I've actually sold some Pink Floyd records. And actually sold record covers without the record in them before for decent money from Pink Floyd. But this is a DVD. And I am curious as to the value on this thing because all of the last sales on it were all British and no American sales. So I am curious. And this is like there's a high dollar amount on like the ones of this in the U.S. So I don't know. So yep, there you go. I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna try to list that today. And let's see. Finally, I just grabbed this. I'm not sure how well it'll do, but we're going to see. The Cost of Discipleship by Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And we will see how this goes. Bonhoeffer is an interesting figure in recent Christian. Stood up to the Nazis. But he also had some interesting beliefs that may or may not be held as entirely Orthodox, but he was German. Germans were, it's just a different train of thought for some of them. So I need to look this one up and see how it goes. All right. That was it. Yeah, that was yesterday's grabs. So the sales. We're going to look at the sales. Let's go. Start at the bottom, I guess. And Everworld by K. Applegate series. I'd love to be these 2 for $8. This is one of those. If you have a bunch, they sell well. But I only had 2, and they've been sitting a while, so I'm glad to see them gone. But these 2 went for $8. But this is a series. If you're like a thrift store or something and you see like 5 of them, they're worth grabbing. I've got like 2 more of this book sitting around, so the next time I see like 2 or 3, I may grab them and set them aside for, or relist, do a listing like that. But $8 for those 2. Next up, let's see, what is the next? We're gonna do that one. No, we're not. We're gonna do the next top. We're just gonna do a stack. We're not gonna go by value necessarily. Then we're gonna end up with the biggest sale last. Snagged these last week. D.L. Moody Bible study books, clean, new, almost new. Scored a bunch of them. Once these go, I'm gonna do another lot of like 5 or 6 or however many books. But $19 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. $1 a piece, so 75. So I'm gonna make $5-6 on this batch right here. Next up, this is one of those like, I'm not gonna list those. Those aren't worth as much. Those aren't well. They sold like stupid fast. Ellen G. White. These are Seventh-day Adventist Bible study books. So Seventh-day Adventism is about as orthodox as you can get without being orthodox. There, from a belief standpoint, for lack of a better term, Seventh-day Adventism is a little bit of an apocalyptic. It's like the apocalyptic cult of Christianity. So a lot of weird prophecies and all that sort of stuff came out of the movement. But they hold some fairly orthodox beliefs, except for like Book of Revelation. Excuse me. Crazy. All right. Anyway, this batch, these are a little bit older. 1950s, 1960s books. Stack of 4 of them went for $17. I think I may have paid a quarter a piece on those. Next up, this is probably the second time I've sold this book. Collected Lyrics of Edna St. Vincent Malloy. $9. The older you get this book, the better. I think I've sold another one in the $10 to $15 range. It may have been almost this exact one, but I grabbed it. It's one of those, I think I grabbed it and didn't even look it up because I'm like, I've sold that before. I sold that with that cover before. So, really good shape. This one's $9. Still make money. So, there you go. Finally, my big sale. Picked these up this past weekend. The 3 of these I bought for $10, which is higher than my normal per book purchase, but I knew I had something because I knew they were probably worth a good bit more. Star Wars. Heir to the Empire set. This is the books. These are very good books, by the way. This is the series that kind of revived Star Wars in the 90s. Timothy's done a very good job with these books. And these hardcovers, this stack went for $44. I picked it up for, and so individually, these can go almost to like 15 a piece, 10 to 15 a piece. They're more valuable apparently as a set. I don't know if this was actually originally a box set, but there was no slipcover. But Heir to the Empire books, I pick up if I see the paperbacks. They're in decent shape. I grab them. A lot of the Star Wars books from that era actually aren't worth a ton, except the Zahn books. Some of them are still fun reads, but these are the ones that seem to have held their value. Because they're very good. And so, grab them when you see them. Star Wars, Dark Force Rising, Heir to the Empire, Last Command, Dark Force Rising. And so, that's it. I will be out for a week, give or take, because I got a thing. And I got a thing, I can't tell you where the thing is. It's not a book selling thing. I wish it was. But it's something different. And it's going to be something fun. And I'll tell you about when I get back from it. And so that is everything today. I'm going to get that boxed up. I'm going to get that out. And we're going to take care of business. It's springtime. Y'all need to be finding books. Y'all ain't finding the books you're supposed to be finding. And y'all need to be start finding books at yard sales. And I don't see y'all finding the books at yard sales. I'm going to find all the books at all the yard sales. And y'all aren't going to find them. Ask me.